got caught in very bad weather at night.
Oh my God.
So so I strayed about 2 kilometers off.
Mm.
They know I'm doing something, I'm up to something. So
Mm.
they have really gone above and beyond for me. I can do it, anybody can. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a commitment. Yes, it's sacrifice. Yes, it's
Mm.
a lot of hard work.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Trifantry Chronicles. Today, we have a very special guest, Sucheta Deb Burman. Sucheta Deb Burman is an international swimmer. She's won innumerable number of medals for India. She is also known as Aqua Woman of India. She is the founder of Open Water Swimming Foundation. She she swims ultra distances, up to 82 kilometers. Recently, she created a world record of swimming the Park Strait for 62 kilometers. 36 kilometers, 34 kilometers on one side, and then coming back, she did 62 kilometers in 19 hours. She coaches a lot of people based out of Bangalore. She has been swimming since the age of 4, and it's been about 30 plus years, 32, 33 years since she's been swimming. An excellent known face in the endurance community, in the swimming community. Uh, I'm very humbled and very excited to have Sujeta on the show. On this show, if you watch till the very end, you will get to learn about why she does what she does, such long distances, what gives her the motivation to go for ultra distance swimming, what are the perils of swimming in the open water, how can she run for days and nights, does it get scary? You will also get to learn the basics of open water swimming, how you can get started on your own swimming journey, how you can learn about open water swimming, and a lot about recovery and nutrition. So I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's welcome Sucheta to the show. Sucheta, welcome to the show. So excited to have you, so excited to learn and have so many conversations with you. Welcome.
So nice to see you.
Hey, Sucheta. Thank you for
Hey,
doing this.
Nishant.
So excited to have the conversations with you.
I know, me too. How you been?
I've been good. I've been seeing so many viral videos of yours on Instagram. One of your recent videos went so viral that it has crossed more than 6.8 million views as of now, and probably counting on as we speak. Your follower count has gone up from what 5-6 thousand to about 43,000 plus now. How does it feel?
I'm going to start crying now.
No, don't cry.
Because this is something everybody wants, you know. Everybody dreams of, everybody dreams that this will happen with them one day. They'll be
Mm,
seen, they'll be recognized.
mm,
But everything happened overnight for me. And
mm,
suddenly I
mm,
feel like these are the fruits of the labor that I've actually really
mm.
worked hard and
Yeah.
humbling. And I think I do deserve it.
I think you deserve all the accolades that are coming your way. Like we were just discussing offline, uh, probably it's not the number of followers or number of views that count. I think if this kind of content goes out to the general public, and I'll put your, account details in the show notes. But what it does is a lot of positive content, motivational content, if it is going out, that kind of helps young boys and girls or even mature people to sort of start dreaming again, start looking at achieving things on the long term perspective. And it takes years and years and years of practice of where you've reached. Don't you agree? Like we did have this conversation offline, but it's not just about the likes, right? I'm sure it doesn't excite you that much.
There's so much, to be very honest,
Mm,
people are messaging, people are trying to reach me, people are trying
mm,
to email me. And I kind of feel that if I'm able to inspire one person,
Yeah.
I think I've done my job. I think I'm able to reach that one person and say that yes,
Mm.
if I can do it, anybody can do it. You can do it for sure. And that
Yeah.
is what I'm actually saying these days.
Mm.
I can do it, anybody can. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a commitment. Yes, it's sacrifice. Yes, it's
Mm.
a lot of hard work,
Mm.
a lot of change in life, a massive lifestyle change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my friends from the past, when
Mm.
I went out a couple of weekends back, they're like, Suchi, is this you? I said, yeah, this is me.
Mm.
Dude, not bad. I was
Oh.
like, so everyone's like, it's amazing the transition that you've done, and we're
Mm.
all still in the same place.
Mm.
But you've moved on, and you're doing this for yourself. You're looking fitter, healthier,
Mm.
and it's remarkable.
Yeah.
And yes, it was tough. Obviously, nothing comes
Mm.
easy. Yeah, but it's nice.
No, I think bask in all the glory, but like you rightly said, it's so nice to get that platform where you can send your message out, especially for the Open Water Foundation, what you have been trying to do for so many years. And it's not easy, I would say, to rally people around a cause, regardless of how strong the cause is. And it's always good to have people backing you or being positive about what you're trying to do. So I'm certain that it's some way it will also help the cause that you're trying to build around Open Water Swim Foundation. Have you been seeing like uptick in the interest on that side as well?
Yes,
Very
yes,
nice.
yes.
Excellent.
A lot of people calling me, a lot of people very excited to join.
Mm.
And yeah, so it's building a community. So basically, Open
Yeah.
Water Swimmers Foundation, we're building a community not necessarily of swimmers or triathletes, a
Mm.
community where everybody comes together and help us revive, clean, and sustain the lakes.
Mm.
Because that's all we have in Bangalore. We only have
Mm.
lakes.
Yeah.
So the least we can do is if you're going and swimming there, let's keep it clean.
Clean.
So that is an initiative that we want people to start doing. We want more people to recognize that
Mm.
side. It's just not swimming alone. You
Yeah.
know, people know. Everybody knows.
Mm.
This clean. Don't throw garbage here. Don't do this. But they're still
Mm.
doing it.
Mm.
So we want them to have a certain. Uh, it should come from within, where they should.
Mm.
I can be one change. You know what I mean?
Mm.
If I
Mm.
can, one person, one person, one person, then it becomes more and more and more. So be the change that you want for the world, be the change you
Mm.
want to be for yourself.
True.
And the environment, the earth is something we need there. We
Yeah.
can't misusing and taking it for granted. So we want to
Absolutely.
instill the respect in
Absolutely.
for Mother Nature. So
Yeah.
hopefully that comes through one day.
No, for sure. As they say that you only have one body to live in. Similarly, you only have one earth to live in, right? There's no alternative. There's no plan B. If like clearly like your body, if you don't have your body, your health, sound, and your fitness in the right place, there's no place else. No, regardless of the amount of money you can have or resources or people to take care of, if you're dependent on others, it is no fun to live. I mean, a fulfilling life, right? Similarly, Earth also, I think it's a great initiative. Last week I was speaking with Ripu Daman Bevli, who's called as the Plogman of India. He runs marathons and cleans the streets while running it, keeping it litter free. And we were sharing similar thoughts earlier as well, that how important it is for each person to take an action, however small it is. And it could start with the basic thing of replacing your water bottles, the plastic bottles, or the Bisleri bottles, mineral waters that we use. Instead of that, just carry your own steel bottle with you wherever you're going. It can start with as small activity as that. So great work over there. I know
Thank
a new
you.
initiative is coming in. I hope we'll put the details on the show as well for that upcoming initiative which you are driving in Bangalore. Please keep doing it, and I'm sure more and more people will continue to join you as well.
Thank you. Thanks, Nishant. And we hope to see you at the lake one day too.
For sure, whenever I'm traveling in Bangalore. So, okay, let's deep dive into open water swimming. Why we are here, how we got connected through our common friend Nisha. Nisha
Yes.
has also been on the show, by the way, in the first season back in 2020. So yeah, maybe something more in common between you guys.
Oh, Nishant, first thing I would call and say, Nish, can I please use the pool at night? Okay, Sucheta. Nish, can I spend this many hours? Okay, Sucheta. You know, the amount Nisha and Vic have done for me, to be honest.
Hmm.
Anytime I could go swimming, I could swim enough long hours. They would ensure that, I get my lane, I get my space to swim.
Wow.
And because they know I'm training and
Hmm.
they know I'm doing something, I'm up to something. So
Hmm.
they have really gone above and beyond for me. So
Wow.
that's,
High
that's
five, Nisha.
oh yes, yes, that's all to her.
All right. So tell me more about the Park Strait world record that you have recently shattered, and I'm sure you're awaiting the official confirmation from Guinness Book of World Record. I think you've applied for it. What is all about the Park Strait swim? Why is it important, and why is it important to Indians in general?
First and foremost, there are a lot of things you need before you actually apply for a record or
Okay.
whether you apply for an international ratification. So when you have to apply for an international ratification or even the Guinness Book of World Records, you need a lot of documentation, you need a lot of paperwork, you need very importantly the observer's note.
Hmm.
The official observer who's with me, he sent
Hmm.
in his note yesterday. So now, in technicality,
Hmm.
from the time I received his letter, it's an official swim. It's
Oh
now
wow!
official.
Congratulations!
Thank you. So I was just waiting on that letter and it came yesterday. So
Wow!
it was very exciting yesterday. And I like honestly, it's so
Oh
humbling to
wow!
actually know that yes, it's there. So now I can start applying
Hmm.
wherever I need to and
Hmm.
put it out there. This
Super.
swim per
Hmm.
se, this, the swim per se entails a lot.
Hmm.
You know, oh, it's so
It's
much.
tiring you out.
No, no, it's. I'm just thinking. That every time I talk about, every time I think about it, it just keeps taking me back and through the training, through the entire process of everything that happened. I mean,
Hmm.
swimming during the swim, and even completing my swim, and here now there's so much happened in the last 1 month.
Hmm.
You know,
Wow.
it takes time to,
Time.
it's still taking time to actually uh, like sink in, The swim is beautiful. I keep saying this and I'll keep saying it. I mean, we should be doing the Park Strait more, the Ram
Wow.
Setu more. The significance is, okay, I'm
Hmm.
Lord Ram. Okay, it's Lord Ram.
Yeah.
We've been worshipping him. We have faith in him.
Hmm.
The temple there, the Ramnatha temple there, has been there for centuries and centuries to mark this place, this
Yeah.
religious landmark. It makes it even uh, more faith,
Hmm.
basically. It's a very personal thing. Faith is a very
Hmm.
personal thing. Religion is a very personal thing. So it's more faith for me,
Hmm.
and it's more religious based,
Hmm.
basically. Yeah, so why not? It's
Awesome.
yeah, I've been to the temple so many times that I know the entire temple now. I'm like,
Wow.
yay.
So this is 62 kilometers, right? Go to and from what part of India till what part of Sri Lanka?
Okay, so we started Dhanushkodi Old Harbor,
Okay.
yeah, and we swim to Taleminar.
Okay.
Okay, the the tip point of Sri Lanka,
Hmm.
and we can't get on land because that's the arrangement the countries have. We
Okay.
can't get on land. Yeah, so this is not a visa. This is completely permission based.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we can actually see the land. It's just like 1 kilometer off.
Oh.
Called Talaminar Pier,
Okay. Okay.
the jetty. So
Hmm.
that's where the boat docks. And because I did a two-way, I went around and came
Hmm.
back. So technically, point to point is actually 29 kilometers.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but you never swim straight.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
No, even when you have the boat guiding you, even when you have
Hmm.
the boat next to you, you don't swim straight. And
Straight.
also, I got caught in very bad weather at night.
Oh my God.
So so I strayed about 2 kilometers off.
Oh,
So we can't swim straight because
but you didn't have like guides or jetties behind you, like the
I did.
boats
I
and.
had a boat with me, which is the dinghy, because you can't have a big boat next to you. It's
Hmm.
not because even the big boat, when the boat moves, it has a lot of waves, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it tends to kind of push you off. So
Hmm.
the big boat was ahead, and behind me and with me was a dinghy,
Okay.
and a dinghy can't take that kind of wind speed either.
Oh, so there was like no navigational tools that were being used.
There was a GPS on the boat, on the
Okay.
dinghy that I'm in. So they're basically following that. But then if you're getting pushed by the waves here and there,
Hmm. My God.
I mean, they were literally like holding the boat and I could see them swinging, like,
Oh my, yeah.
and I was in the water.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
so that's how it is. And they were holding on to their life. I was holding on to my life.
My God.
So so basically I was told or because nature is so unpredictable, right? And then we have the Gulf of Mannar, we have
Hmm.
the Parkway, and we have Indian Ocean in the same place.
Hmm.
So three different seas, three different moods,
Hmm.
three different. I'll do what I want to do.
Oh.
So the weather that I faced at night was to be the next day, but
Hmm.
it came in
Hmm.
earlier and said, "Come on, let's rock Sucheta's world."
Wow. Yeah. Why make it easy when you can make it hard, right?
Yeah, it started so beautifully, Nishant. If you see my starting of my video, the water is
Yeah,
so
I've seen
clear
like
and
it's like a
calm.
superwoman jumping into water, and that
I
like that photo is so awesome.
And you saw how calm the water was.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah, it was so nice. And
Yeah,
then I think we're done. Let's give it to her now. So I'm like,
yeah.
oh God. That's when I was wondering, what am I doing with my life?
Oh my God. I think you attempted this last year as well, same time,
I
and
did.
because of a shoulder injury, you had to
Yes,
quit midways.
yes.
So, what happened over there last time? Like, what kind of injury was it?
Okay, so basically, when I started off, maybe about 3 hours in, it
Hmm.
got rough. So
Okay.
what I faced at night this time was what I faced in the daytime
All
last
right.
year.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But now, because you're not scared because you can see everything around you. There's
Okay.
light. You can see your boat. Even if you stray, the boat will come to you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So it was nice, but it was like it got rough to a point where some of the waves were crashing on my back and pushing me down.
Oh.
So I basically had like mud and stuff in my face, in my
Hmm.
nose and
Hmm.
mouth.
Hmm.
But I kind of figured it out. I knew that was how it was, and it's a certain experience that I have swimming so
Hmm.
long that I
Yeah.
could, it's something you figure out as an athlete.
Yeah. Yeah.
You maneuver around it. You know exactly how to change your body. You know exactly the technique to
Hmm.
use. You work around that. But
Hmm.
so I started changing techniques so many times.
Hmm.
My shoulder couldn't take it. So
Oh.
it started hurting, but I'm like, I just started. Yeah, come on, this is not the time to stop.
Correct.
So I pushed, and I did 10 hours 9 minutes when I reached Talaminar one way,
Hmm.
and then we started off in the dark.
Oh.
Oh, finished. I was so scared first because
Why?
it's
Like.
my first night experience.
Hmm.
And I saw, okay, the boat was really close to me, somehow swam and, but then
Hmm.
it started getting worse and worse and worse.
Hmm. Hmm.
I had done 53 kilometers
Hmm.
and I said, I'm done.
Wow. Oh my God. Just a few kilometers short of your total target, right?
Yes.
That would have been a shattering experience.
It was. Why do you think I went back this year?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unfinished business and then so one is most people have this thought that people who have been doing it for decades and decades, they have it very easy, right? A lot of people will come and say to you, okay, you've done like so many kilometers, you've done 82 kilometers swim, what is this 62, and also you'll do like that only, and assume that it's easier for mature athletes also. But I think that failure can happen to anyone, right? And it's how
True.
you take the failure and bounce back is what a maturity is. I think clearly you showed that and came back stronger, and obviously now you have official document to have the world record in your name. So amazing. I think, can you tell us a bit more about your failure, and what did you like learn from this particular aspect of it?
Man, that hit me harder than anything else,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't
Mm.
prepared for the failure.
Mm.
It took a really long time for me to even, my muscle recovered, It took 3 months, 4 months. I was fine. I was okay after I came back. But
Mm.
mentally, it hit me.
Mm.
It bogged me down.
Got you
You know what
down.
I
Mm.
mean? But I I had to at some point like Sucheta, enough there. Honestly,
Mm.
I was brooding around. I would not swim. I
Mm.
just didn't feel like it. But then I'm
Mm.
like, my dad's like, enough, no?
Mm.
It's time to go back. Because I knew I was going to go back again. I knew I was going to
Ah.
come back again this year and do the two-way. I knew I was.
Mm.
But it took
Mm.
me so long to get over it.
Mm.
But this was not the only failure I had, by the
Mm.
way. In January, because I
Mm.
wanted to put in another night swim. I
Mm.
wanted to overcome that kind of fear.
Mm.
Back to Bombay, uh,
Mm.
and we said, okay, let's do a 52 kilometers
Mm.
from the Wally Sea Link,
Mm.
right at the bottom. You start right from the bottom and you should
Okay.
center.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's 52 kilometers.
that's 52 kilometers.
Wow.
But at 40 kilometers, I was done.
Okay.
My shoulder gave way
Mm.
again.
Mm.
Both my shoulders gave way.
Okay.
And I didn't want to push my luck because I knew I had my swim in March.
Mm.
But in one way, what I'm
Mm.
really proud of is I swam at night. We started at 2 a.m. I
Wow.
swam the night, which was what
Wow.
I
Pitch
needed.
dark. It's not like night running, right? Where you have street lights, where you can just have your headlamp on and continue running. Night swimming is a different beast, right? How is it like?
Different ball
How
game.
is it super different apart from the dark? What goes through your mind when you're doing this?
See, the first thing is open water swimming.
Hmm.
Everybody comes with inhibitions. Everybody
Yeah.
comes with fear already built from I don't know where, you know.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then it's the unknown. You don't know
Hmm.
what's going to come when and from where,
Hmm.
you know. But we all know that the Arabian Sea does not have sharks. We are
Hmm.
very well aware. We know the Bay of Bengal does not have sharks. These are
Hmm.
things, it is not their habitat. This is
Yeah.
not the environment for them.
Yeah.
They don't come here.
There's only
So,
one shark who's swimming.
thank you, Nish. But like I say, then in the daytime you can see, you're comfortable. You have the boat next to you. There's a certain sense of comfort and ease, the
Hmm.
mind is.
Hmm.
Then at night, you decide to go jump in,
Hmm.
not knowing what is where, who's what thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That in the Bombay Sea,
Hmm.
it's, you never know, what
Hmm.
comes floating. And then you have an occasional plastic, that your hand goes through, and you're like, oh my God.
Is that jellyfish or
And
something?
plastic, there are no jellyfish on where I started. There's really no jellyfish. It's more
Okay,
towards the Prongs Lighthouse, actually.
okay, okay,
Yeah, because it's shallow water.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So then it a bottle somewhere just comes and touches you, and
Oh,
oh my God,
scares the daylights out of you.
daylight. Absolutely. But then you swim. Quietly you swim
Huh.
because the boat is next to you.
Hmm.
And all good, even the crew that I have, the crew is very
Hmm.
important, right?
Yeah, yeah.
My crew are swimmers, they know how to swim. The fishermen, it's a fisherman's boat, the fishermen know.
Okay, okay.
So anything like they know what time the fishing nets come in, what time the fishing nets go out.
Hmm. Hmm.
So you look into all these details before you actually get in.
Um,
You don't just jump in and be like, today I
Correct.
want to swim.
Yeah. Today I'll
No,
do 5K, 10K,
come
30K.
on, chalo. These are things that are planned.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, so they're there and you stay very close to the boat, as close as
Hmm.
you can, but you do get a little drifted off and stuff because sometimes you get into a certain momentum
Hmm.
and you just want to keep swimming after that.
Wow.
You just have to cross that one threshold
Hmm.
and then you're like, yeah, and then you're like smooth
Can't.
sail. But I wouldn't call it a failure per se,
Hmm.
but at least I worked on the night,
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
getting over the fear of the night was very, 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 very critical, very crucial to the success of
Hmm.
the experience.
Hmm.
Yeah. Thank
Wow.
you.
Amazing story.
So you
I
plan things like this. You
All
do
right.
these things.
So typically, let's say when you're doing a 1 hour workout or maybe a 2 hour workout, you need about, let's say, 4 to 500 or 600 calories, right? Depending obviously on your weight, gender, age, all of that. And I'm sorry, 80 to 100 grams of carbs and probably 500 to 600 ml of hydration mix. Now, it's possible to do that, have that while you're cycling and running. I'm asking from a triathlete's perspective, how do you manage your calories and how do you manage your hydration while you are swimming non-stop for hours and hours and hours and probably days now?
Thank you. So it's not an overnight thing. I
Hmm,
mean, you as an athlete know it's not an
hmm,
overnight. It's a
hmm,
process. You
hmm,
know, you know you have something coming up. You
hmm,
start 3 months ahead, maybe 4 months ahead.
hmm, hmm,
You start practicing. You start eating. I
hmm,
don't count. I don't count calories.
hmm,
I really don't. I know what works for me.
hmm,
I know exactly how things work for me. I know exactly what kind of food suits me.
hmm,
So I just do that. So before that carb load starts, my protein load starts, depending
hmm,
on my workout. Sometimes it's endurance, sometimes it's interval training.
hmm,
You
hmm,
know how the workouts are.
hmm.
So you just know. So my dad's my coach. So
Okay. Yeah.
my
Hmm,
dad's an NIS certified swimming coach from
hmm,
Patiala.
hmm,
So my dad has sees me, knows me,
hmm,
and he pushes me.
hmm,
So I already know what workouts I'm having well in advance. So I
hmm,
prepare myself accordingly. So, okay, so Baba's like this week is interval, tomorrow is endurance. So,
hmm,
and he'll also tell me this is the distance, that is the distance. So I'm aware
hmm,
of what I'll be doing the preceding week.
hmm.
Prepare, 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 prepare. So it's a very individual thing. If I start measuring, I'll be
Hmm.
like, okay, it's like I'm
No,
gonna bake
so
a cake.
additional information,
And
what I'm trying to understand is
the
how do you eat and drink while you're swimming in the ocean,
so,
morning, evening, night? How does that
yeah.
happen, hour and
So
hour?
like I said, we go work backwards, right? So
Hmm,
all this is happening already. Four months
hmm,
of 4 months of training, 4 months of food. So I start carb loading to a point where I don't recognize myself. So
hmm,
before, so when I'm in the water, you
hmm,
really can't be eating sandwiches and uh, you come because it's water, right?
Hmm.
And if you probably take a bite, you probably have water also going in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what I do is I have my bottle. It's tied to a rope. Okay,
Okay.
it's tied to a rope. So in that probably goes my electrolytes and
Hmm.
probably
Gel.
United used to have something called ultra butter.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like a paste. So it poured into the bottle and mixed with the electrolytes. So it's
Okay.
easy. It's easy. So that is my food. That is my electrolytes.
And
It's easier
salts.
for me. So it works for me. See, that's a very individual thing. It works for me. I actually know of a very interesting fact. I heard of a swimmer who swam the English Channel last year.
Hmm.
So he did was he had his whole English breakfast blended, put in a bottle.
My God,
So it's what works for you.
what works for you? Correct.
What works for you? Because you can't be like, so everyone does this, someone puts sausages and bacon. I know someone put like all vegetables, like a nice warm vegetable stew, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So, so these are things that we've tried and tested through the years.
Hmm.
And this is what I do 3 months at the pool when I'm
Yeah.
training. I'm also
Hmm.
trying those things. So this
Okay.
is what you translate that there. So then they're like, what, no food? I said no, because I was drinking so much salt water.
Hmm. So
I
you're
kept drinking
already
so much water.
hydrated a little bit.
I had to keep vomiting it out.
Oh, okay.
So I spent a lot of the night vomiting the salt water out. You
Oh my
can't
God.
you can't have so much salt. I mean, and it's
Hmm.
and
It's
it's a
do.
whole bunch of things.
Yeah,
Sand,
and it's also dirty
vomiting it.
and yeah.
No, it's actually it's clean. The
Really?
sea is, yes, very clean. It's blue. You can see the bottom of the floor.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'll share one
That
of the
is the
videos when
first
I
time I'm hearing about that. I mean, because like if you are in a
marvelous.
Bombay or somewhere close to the coast, it's usually very dirty. Close to cities, it's usually very dirty.
This is clean. You
Clean.
can't, I mean, you can see the bottom of the floor
Wow.
at 6 feet, 7 feet.
Wow. And that's why probably you said no, not regular people are not allowed there. You have to take permissions and all. Probably that's the reason that it is still clean.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, thank God. Uh, fishing is the primary source of income and uh, income there, and it's
Hmm.
it's it's so beautiful. I mean, you saw how beautiful the water is, right?
Hmm.
It's still clear, but at the same time, it is still salt water.
Hmm. True.
You can't be having so much salt water in your body. If you have like one glass of salt water, you know how
Yeah, yeah,
you
bloated and
feel.
yeah,
Now imagine amounts of that just going in.
yeah.
You can't actually have it. It made me very uncomfortable. So I had to keep vomiting it out.
My God.
And I couldn't even feed because they give me the bottle. I'm getting pushed. You know, it would hit my face, it would hit my teeth. So I couldn't even feed. And then if I'm drinking my electrolytes, salt water is also going in.
Oh,
So I had to throw all that out. So all that preparation I did 4 months prior, getting all
yeah.
chubby, that helped.
But
That
yeah,
helped
yeah.
me get through.
So, there's a bottle which is given to you with your from your crew, and how frequently do you drink it? Every are you like taking one break or two breaks every hour? How is it?
So it all depends. See, normally they say do a 50-minute or do a
Hmm.
60-minute, take a break every 50 minutes, every 60 minutes.
Hmm.
But it came to a point where I couldn't even feed for 2 hours, 3 hours.
Oh my God! Don't
And
you
the whole
cramp?
night, and the whole night from about 8 o'clock at night, 8:30 at night till 5 in the morning, I had nothing.
Wow!
I couldn't feed the whole night because if I'm having anything, it's salt water. I'm vomiting and vomiting and vomiting it out. So everything that was in the body, all the fat in the body, that's what kept me going.
My God!
So
Incredible. And what
so
about cramping then?
also that there's enough salt in the body. Like I said, I've prepared for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Oh, so interesting and so different to hear. I mean,
Um,
triathletes tend to think that 4 kilometers is a long swim. Of course, normal standard it is, but when you start looking at 50 kilometers or 62 kilometers, it's just very differently is not just the distance but mentality, the way you feed, the way you sort of train is completely different.
It is. But the thing is, you know what? You guys are doing three sports.
Yeah, that's where we hide behind all of that.
So your training is so different from my training.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the same time, we're all athletes at the end of it. We
True.
all do different things.
Of
We're not
correct.
common people. We're
Yeah.
not.
That's for sure. Probably 0.01% of the country's population. That has to count for something.
It does count, and
Yeah.
it's commendable. To be very honest, it's not easy doing three sports here. I
Yeah.
mean, and then and all of 90% of all the triathletes I know are working.
Yeah.
You all have full-time jobs because
Mm.
triathlon is a costly sport. You know,
Right.
and yeah, so
Mm.
it's a lot for you guys too, and it's a lot for me doing one sport and particularly just doing one thing. Here you have variety. Yeah, I don't want to run today.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
I'll.
yeah. That is why I like triathlon a lot, because you don't get bored because first there are so many workouts coming at you like every single day. Once you miss something, then you're two workouts behind. So it's like so much happening at the same time. If you have to be on that treadmill all the time, and let's say you have the liberty of, if you get bored or something is not right, then you can switch to another one and then swap the workouts and all of that. So that's probably a good thing. But I mean, every sport has its own right perils as well as positives
Yeah,
around it.
it's got
So
its
yeah.
own charm.
Absolutely. So Cheta,
Like,
yeah, please.
no, it's like you guys have like that tri-suit thingy, and that
Wetsuit, tri-suit, you
yeah,
name it, different kinds of goggles. You have plain goggles for evenings. You have like fancy the other kind of goggles and
yeah,
whatnot.
and then you have fancy cycles and fancy running shoes,
Yeah, right. Looks
cleats and
all.
helmets. You guys have so many accessories, man. For me, it's
Yeah,
like one suit cap and goggles. That's it. Go
yeah.
figure, woman.
I know, right? For triathletes, even swimming, we have made it complicated. We have like 5 types of full boys paddles. You have the boards. You have whatnot. For bilateral swimming, you have a different thing. Then I came to know about a new thing when I was doing this Ironman Estonia, that it gets cold, so you probably need two caps. You need a skull cap and then you need a rubber cap for cold. And I'm like, okay, wow, that's like a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
See?
this gel before that, one gel after that, one this, one salt tablet. So yeah, very complicated.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. It's how you've conditioned your body
True,
to know what works. Like suddenly you're like, it's not necessary that I have to take a gel now. I think I need a salt cap. You know
hmm,
your body. So
true,
yes, you have everything with you, but you do what is right for you at that
correct,
moment.
correct.
That's like pure intelligence.
Yeah, yeah. There's
Just,
a
just because
lot of
he's taking a gel doesn't mean
yeah,
I should take a gel. Because
correct.
I think right now I need a salt cap, not a gel.
Not a gel. True.
Yeah.
That's that. I mean, certainly that is there. And another aspect to triathlon is that constant problem solving, which is there. Resource management, problem solving. You never know what's gonna hit you next, and like swimming is different. Then cycling, there's a lot of equipment involved, so you have to do a lot of problem solving over there. Then
Yeah.
switching your muscle groups to a running, where you're running a full marathon after like maybe 10 hours of workout on swim and
Mm,
bike, and then
mm,
you're using different kinds of mechanism. And exactly where you were mentioning about mindset being so important when you're trying to sort of switch between things and or just keep going when it's required. So I think that's
mm.
where triathlon is exciting as well,
And very costly.
and very costly for sure. Tell me about it. But yeah, I think it's, I mean, to each his own, right?
With its own, yes,
So, okay,
absolutely.
I let's segue to the coaching side as side of your life. You have coached hundreds of people for open water and swimming in general. Tell us more about your coaching practice. And then I would like to know a lot more about how absolute beginners can get started in swimming and then open water swimming.
Hmm.
You've coached
So,
hundreds of people, right? So
so we'll go backwards now. Okay.
okay, okay.
So, I don't do learn to swim.
Hmm.
Anybody comes to me saying, Sucheta, I want to learn.
Hmm. Hmm.
This is the number. She's called
Hmm.
Nisha Millet.
Yeah.
Give her my reference. Learn to swim.
Hmm.
It's easier to learn in a pool.
Hmm.
You can see the ground, you can stand. There's a
Hmm.
certain level of comfort that you have. You know
Hmm.
your basics. You know how to float. You know how to breathe.
Hmm.
You got your basics right,
Hmm.
and then you come to me. Yeah, Nisha
Hmm.
also has a lot of advanced classes
Advanced.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you want to finish that, you finish that and you come here because my father and I coach together.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also a certified NIS swimming coach.
Okay.
Yeah,
Superb.
yeah. So
Where do you coach? Which pool? Which area?
in Nisha Millet Swimming Academy in Koramangala, the Turf
Okay.
Park pool. Yeah,
All right.
that's where.
That's
So
where people who are watching it can catch you over there.
I'm there at 5 a.m. So
Suddenly, 99% people have dropped out.
yeah, so see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's sacrifice, it's hard work, it's
Yeah.
discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, So learn there, get into a certain advanced course.
Hmm.
You want to be a triathlete, you can be a triathlete. You want to just do endurance swimming, that's there
Hmm.
too.
Hmm.
So what my dad and I do mostly is technique correction.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So especially for triathletes,
Hmm.
swimming is not a very strong suit for
Hmm.
most of
Hmm.
them. So when they come to us, it's a lot of, you know, changing the technique,
Hmm. Hmm.
correcting the technique, make it more efficient, you know,
Hmm.
because you're struggling. Swimming is a
Hmm.
struggle for a lot. So if you're
Hmm.
struggling, you're drained out already by the time you finish swimming. And
Hmm.
then you have
Hmm.
the cycle and your run.
Hmm.
So it's basically having an efficient stroke, having
Hmm.
efficient technique where you
Hmm.
spend lesser energy, so you have enough for your cycle and run.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then we see these triathletes coming with all, bulk body, muscle body and stuff,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is uh, which which is not suitable for swimming,
Hmm.
you know. And if you're running and cycling also, I mean, for running you need your legs, and
Hmm.
cycling you need a certain posture and more on
Hmm.
your legs than your back, right? Swimming
Yeah.
you just need your arms. You don't even
Hmm.
have to move your legs
True.
unless you have a very efficient and effective technique.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
That is what we do. That is my way of coaching.
Okay.
So
Okay. And
then,
so yeah,
yeah,
so then like yeah, beginners uh train separately, but then you help them to scale up from 1 to probably 10. You take them not from 0 to 1, but 1 to 10, then 10 to 100 is
yes,
where your expertise and
yes,
your father's expertise comes in.
yes,
So then
yes.
let's say someone has reached from 0 to 1. Now they can swim, let's say a kilometer, 2 kilometers here and there. Timing and all of these things are questionable. How do they transition from, from stage 1 to stage 10 when it comes to open water? How do they get started? And most important question is like, how to overcome the open water swim fear?
So when we started OWSF, Open Water
Hmm,
Swimmers
hmm,
Foundation, the first thing anyone calls and says, I want to swim. I
hmm,
want to come open water swimming. Number one, can you swim 500 meters in the pool?
hmm,
Are you comfortable in the deep?
hmm,
Have you done any open water swimming before, or is this your first time?
hmm,
Do you have any health issues? Very, very
hmm,
important. You
hmm,
know,
hmm,
anything that I should be aware of and I should know when you come swimming
hmm,
with me for the first time.
hmm,
Learning in the pool, like I said, you're comfortable, you can see. Now, yes, I can
hmm,
swim 5 meters. Yes, I'm not scared of the deep. Come along, let's go.
hmm,
And then people come there and
hmm.
they get overwhelmed by the vastness.
Yes.
They get overwhelmed because they've just seen it. They've normally gone to picnic by the lake. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They go to the beach, they stay at the shore. So
Hmm.
no one actually thought that, oh my God, I'm going to be doing this now. And
Hmm.
then it comes to having people into the water.
Hmm.
Everybody is so different.
Yeah.
Everyone comes with different attitude.
Hmm.
Everyone comes with different expectations.
Hmm.
Everyone comes with kind of fear that you have to break down,
Hmm.
you know. And now for me to be able to understand each and every one of them,
Hmm.
it I can't teach five people the same thing
Yeah. True.
because
True.
everyone is so different. Everyone is so
Hmm.
unique with their body, with expectations, like I said, with the
Hmm.
fear they come in. So you have to
Hmm.
break down and spend time, get into
Hmm.
their head.
Hmm.
First thing I say is trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to trust me. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing bad's gonna happen as long as I'm here.
Yeah.
So you trust me, then there's certain things that I follow, get them
Hmm.
comfortable, make them sit in the water,
Hmm.
bubbles, you know, give them a certain sense of comfort that I'm here,
Hmm.
I can do it, you can do it. It's just
Yeah.
that getting down to the nitty-gritties of a person's psychology.
Hmm.
Very important. Otherwise, it's like when it takes a lot of effort to wake up and
Hmm.
to reach this place because we reached there at 7:30. It's like 110 kilometers. So he was
Yeah.
leaving at 5. And now to leave him at 5, you have to wake up at 4 because
Oh.
then you're packing, you're putting your electrolytes, you're making your breakfast or something to eat on the way.
Yeah.
It takes so much effort and it's a
Effort.
Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you
No,
finally
for
want
sure.
one day of work.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Nishant, it takes so much effort and they come there and then you just don't know like, yeah, do this, do that. I mean,
Hmm. Hmm.
for me as a coach, if if
Correct.
uh, if uh, if no one actually succeeds or does well, I look at it as a failure for me.
Yeah.
I
100%.
I feel I have failed as a coach,
Hmm.
that I have
Hmm.
not been able to motivate them the right way. I'm not able
Hmm.
to do things the right way to get them comfortable and trust me.
Hmm.
So I feel that's a failure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that hits harder than a lot of other things.
100%. 100%. I think that's also the
So,
joy of coaching, right? When you are working with people very closely, not over of one or two sessions, but with them like years and years, or probably months and months together, you
mhm,
kind of start understanding each other quite well, and then you start
yes,
relating their failures or fears more closely when you know them personally. Personally meaning, of course, through coaching.
yes,
Just becomes very personal to you as well, how they are performing, why are they not performing week on week. You can start seeing a lot of the intended results. Will they happen, not happen? Are you helping them out? I think it's very personal, and at the same time very joyful as well when you see
yeah.
someone succeed through all, because
So
you've been kind of their twin in a way, that you were also working with them when they were working themselves, right?
yeah, you've been with them through the entire journey.
Journey. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so
It
that
is.
yeah, that's what makes it right. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what it is. Yeah. So that's that's the way I look at coaching. That's the way I feel people would want to come and experience it and explore it. There's always a
Hmm.
first time. I
Hmm.
mean, uh, Nishant, you probably already put the details of my foundation there.
100%. There's this myth, major myth, which a lot of people have this baggage that you cannot learn swimming after a certain age. Swimming is a sport which can only be learned as a baby, and if you've not done that, you can't do it. While and many other myths around swimming exist, that maybe it's an expensive sport, it is very difficult to find membership, it is very difficult to find a pool. What are your answers to that? Is it something that can only be learned later, early in life?
Never too late to learn anything new.
Hmm.
It's not only swimming. It's
Hmm.
even wanting to learn to cook, or even if
Hmm.
it's wanting to learn to, cycle.
Hmm.
you want to learn something, it's never too late. I
Hmm.
mean, it's all in the mind. You want to
Hmm.
do it, you'll do it. I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't want to live my dream through my children. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True.
You know what I mean? So that is happening a lot. No, that is
True. A
happening
lot.
today. It's
Yeah.
happening today. And, you know, you can do it too.
Hmm.
Get in there.
True. True.
Go ahead and do it. Like, you want to learn the piano, you want to learn an instrument,
Yeah.
anything. All this requires hard work. All
Hard
this
work,
requires discipline.
discipline, focus.
Absolutely. Where there's a will, there's a way.
100%.
So yeah, that's what I actually have to say regarding this. It's
Yeah.
never too late to learn something new. It's never too late to follow your passion. It's
Hmm.
never too late to start a new hobby. It's never too late to do anything you want to do.
Hmm. Hmm.
Options are out there.
Absolutely. And I think when you want to do something,
Mm,
when you are when you put your mind to it, the focus towards it, you start finding resources also. You start finding people also. You will find a coach, a teacher. You will find some resources online. You will find some way to make it happen if you really want to make it happen, right? And it's not even, I'm not even telling that in the way that some technology which doesn't exist today, just about hobbies and mindsets being broken. If you want something, probably India already has those things, the infrastructure, all of that, to get at least get started. If you have to reach to Olympic level, then that's probably a different thing, and maybe that will require a different set of resources, different people. But to get started on anything, it's just your mind, your focus, and a bit of tenacity to not give up after the first two, three, four times.
absolutely. Absolutely. You said it right.
Yeah,
Where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah.
there's a
You
way.
make
There's
the
some,
time. You will make
yeah,
the time.
100%. I mean, look at triathletes or ultra runners, ultra swimmers, ultra marathoners who, like, 6 days a week you have to sleep at 9 o'clock, wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. You have things to take care of, businesses to take care of, or jobs or whatever, some kind of travels also. Yet people make it happen. Every single year, thousands of people cross the finish line. Even to run a marathon, if you have certain conditions, if you have age or whatever XYZ reasons you may have, so many people cross finish line every single year in a marathon, right? It's not easy, but you, if you want to do it, you will do it.
Exactly. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you make the time, no, Nishant.
Yes, 100%. So what's on your radar next? What's the next world record you're looking to shatter? What's the next big thing?
I want to do something in September, but I'm still not sure yet.
Hmm, hmm.
Uh, to be honest, I'm still not 100% recovered.
Okay, okay.
Uh, I'm still going through a lot in the head.
Yeah. Oh,
It
really?
has, yeah, it has
St-
drained me out a lot mentally.
Okay. Would
Uh,
you care to
so
explain, like,
because of the
what do you
night
feel?
swim, because of the night swim,
Hmm.
that was scary. That was a do or die,
Oh,
and that took a lot out of me.
and
That
do you, what happens? Do you get flashes? Do you?
not that way. I'm mentally still very tired. I
Okay.
don't have flashes. Trust me, darling.
Hmm.
I'm in a
Hmm.
place where I'm
Hmm.
yesterday after I actually saw the letter
Wow.
was when I was honestly in peace with myself.
Hmm.
It it it's a small thing for
Yeah.
anybody, but to me it is the world to me.
Yeah.
It's an official letter to actually say, Sucheta, now your swim is official.
So nice. And
So
also a culmination, homage or honor to you and your father and your mother
mm,
who have been working with you. It's not
mm,
just you, right? Your parents have been doing it many years before you even started. So a homage to them as well, right?
oh my God. Ma was like, oh my baby. I'm like, oh, I did it. So it's a very it's a very personal, very private moment that
mm,
you share with your parents. And
mm.
my dad's traveling, so my mom was at home, and we were just sitting, and it was
Uh,
just that I'm alive. To be very honest, more than anything else, when I
mm,
finished my swim and came out, the first thing I said was, "I'm alive,"
uh,
because the night I really I don't know if I was going to come back home.
my God. Wow.
Yeah,
Incredible.
yeah, it was quite something. So
My God. Yeah,
recovering through
I
that,
can still see that you're still processing it, and every time you talk about it, there's this something lights up, obviously, and also at the same time kind of overwhelms you.
yeah,
Is that right to say?
it's uh, it's like I'm still trying to figure if I want to go through that feeling again.
Oh my.
So 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 you probably understand the 62 kilometers does
Hmm.
involve a night. No
Yeah,
matter what you do, you have to go through the night.
yeah.
And I have swam the Ram Setu now. If I'm doing other waters,
Hmm.
it's also unknown waters for me. What is going to happen there? I
Hmm.
can't translate what happens at the Arabian Sea, what happens
Hmm.
at the Park Strait, at the Ram
Hmm.
Setu, or what happens at the Bay of Bengal. Completely different experiences,
Different.
completely different water, uh,
Hmm.
marine life, weather, climate,
Hmm.
tides,
Hmm.
and current. So I need to figure out what I
Hmm.
will do next, or if my mind is ready to deal with that night swim again.
Wow.
So it's a process that uh, I'll figure it out eventually. But right now, I want to take my time to just find peace.
Peace.
The
All
happiness
right,
is there, the peace needs to be found.
well, you're, I think, well on your way to recovery, and I wish that one of these demons that you've recently encountered in your life will also be slayed through the blessings of Ram Setu.
Thank you, Nishant. Thank you so
Sucheta,
much.
just last segment, last part of the show before we call it a day. Uh, Imagine there's a billboard which can be seen by billions of people, 6 billion people. There's a billboard. What message would you like to leave to 6 billion people on that billboard?
If I can do it, you can do it.
Wow. Short and sweet. If you can do it, then anyone can do it.
Absolutely. No doubt. No doubt.
Wow. With that thought, thank you so much, Sucheta, for taking out the time, sharing your nuggets of wisdom, 30 plus, 32, 33 years of experience in this one podcast. I'm so glad we got together and did this. I hope at least one or two or 10 people get inspired and start open water swimming. Sucheta, once again, thanks a lot. All your social tags will be put in the show notes. Thank you
Oh,
once again for doing this.
thank you so much, Nishant. And I will see you at the lake.
I will be there for sure soon. Thank
I'll
you
see
so
you
much,
soon.
listeners. If you've been watching the show till the very end, I hope you continue to train, endure, conquer life. Feel free to reach out to Suchita or me for any of your swimming or triathlon training needs. Happy to continue. Let's train, endure, conquer. Thank you. Goodbye.
Jai Hind. Take care.